and we're actually bringing out some truths, peel back the layers of all this fluff.
Shining the light on this industry as a whole. Maybe you should stay away from it. Tim Bray here, Seaport Real Estate Group, William Pitt Sotheby's International Realty. This is the latest episode of Real Estate Raw and Uncut. Today I want to talk to you about the 80-20 rule and how it no longer applies to the real estate industry. About 10 years ago that shifted where 90% of the realtors in the industry were all vying for about 10% of the commissions. That is huge. Now think about that. So you've got this huge pool of people in the industry. You've got this one piece of the pie. Everybody's flocking to the industry for one reason or another. We'll get to that in just a second. 5% of the realtors out there earn 20% of the commissions. 4% of the realtors earn 30% of the commissions. And it's 1% of the realtors earn 40% of the commissions. Now my group and I are lucky enough to be in that 1%, and I feel like it gives us the right to speak to this specific conversation. We're here to add as much value as you can. I do not want to dissuade anybody from getting into this industry. In fact, I want to increase your chances of being successful if you're one of those people that's thinking about entering the industry. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. Why such a disparity in those numbers? Well, there are certain walks of people, or certain types of people that are gravitating towards the real estate industry. Now, they do it for one reason or another. In my opinion, it's people that are currently unhappy with their jobs. It's really easy to get into the real estate industry. Okay, you don't need much of an education. The promise of equal or increased wages is through the roof. Okay, so people that are currently unhappy, we've got people that are about ready to lose their jobs. Maybe they're in an industry that's fading and they need to shift gears. They don't want to move. They're entrenched in their community. One of the things they can do is get a real estate license and try to make it work. So, if somebody's been unemployed for a long period of time, maybe they're in a field that's very specific and there just aren't any jobs that are out there and they've been searching for a job, the next step that they can take is get a real estate license. And lastly, what we've seen in this industry across the world are very successful people that have had great careers and they've retired. And these people are so used to getting it done and they're so used to making it happen and being successful that they feel that the traits and their abilities can easily translate into that of being a realtor. Now, you've got to remember, all of these people have something in common. Most of these people have rubbed elbows with one of the realtors that is in the top 5%. Okay, these people have showed them properties, they've represented them on the sale of theirs. These realtors are driving really flashy cars. They have made it. And from the perspective of the person thinking of getting into the industry, this is easy. It's a cakewalk, okay? And there's absolutely no reason that they can't be just like that other realtor, because what they do, they unlocked a door, they showed them a property, they placed their property on the market. What these people are missing is everything that goes on behind the scenes and what it took to actually get into that top 5%. Now the story changes. When you get your real estate license, you've hung it with a broker and it's go time. What do? 90%, or actually it's 87% of the people just can't make it, because what's happened is they're now self-employed. They don't have somebody telling them what to do. They've got to go out there, they've got to pound the pavement, they've got to hustle, they've got to figure out how to get it done. If they don't have a sphere of influence, they're in deep trouble. Who do they talk to? Usually it's family and friends. Unfortunately, those family and friends that they go to are the people in which they are learning the process. This is where all the mistakes are made, and this is how the real estate industry gets a really bad name. So do yourself a favor, team up with somebody that's extremely experienced, it doesn't matter if they take some of your income. Work with them to minimize your failures, maximize your successes, because most likely it's going to be directly correlated to the people that are most important to you, which are family and friends. Now, if you are one of the 10% that wants to make it in the industry, you need to know that there are some things that you have to do. You need to put aside at least 6 months of revenue. So go through. I'm gonna come up with a list of the things that I believe that you're gonna have to spend your money on, and look to future videos for that. But again, I'm not here to discourage anybody from getting into the industry. I just know that the industry actually makes money off every single one of you that decides to get in, and that's why they provide so few barriers to entry, because it's a money stream, or it's a revenue stream. So in order for you to make it, you've got to be professionally organized. You can't be undisciplined. You're not going to have somebody out there that tells you what to do if you were an employee in the past. You've got to be neat, you've got to be tidy, you've got to be focused, you've got to be diligent. You have to have the ability to persevere, because you are going to get beat down. There are going to be roadblocks every single day, and you need to know that you're just going to get past those, and those are just a stepping stone to your success. You need to understand people skills, and you need to develop them. Most importantly, you need to educate yourselves continuously. Now, that being said, in that first year, you need to subscribe to Audible. You're going to be driving around like crazy, and you can't be listening to your favorite radio station or talk show. You've got to be educating yourself, because every minute, every hour in your day counts towards your 10,000 hours and the success that you're going to have. So in no order, you're going to have to read some books, or again, go on Audible. This is in no particular order, but it's kind of funny that Simon Sinek Start With Why is at the top of that list. Why are you in this industry? Next, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Make sure you absorb this one. Read it again and again. Go after it every year. Eat That Frog. This one is super important. Don't do what you necessarily want to do first. Do those things and those activities that are going to make you money. Once you start making the money, automatic millionaire. Know what you're going to do with it. Principles by Ray Dalio. This one is one that I would read later on after you've had success. Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. Awesome book. Good to Great. Another good one. The books go on and on and on. I can give you 15 to 20 books that you absolutely need to absorb in your first year of being in the real estate industry. Your chances of success will shoot through the roof. It's all mindset. So I'm hoping this is helpful, and it's going to help you get on the right track. Now, to wrap this thing up, I would advise you to have a written goal. Now, don't wait till January 1st to write your goals down. Make sure that they are on paper, visible, you look at them regularly, and most likely that is going to increase your chances of getting there. Pray regularly. Exercise both your body and your mind. This is an opportunity getting into this industry. You're going to make yourself better than you've ever been in your entire life. So see it that way. You need to read avidly. You need to improve your intellect. You need to develop good interpersonal skills. The relationships with your family, your friends, they should become nothing but better from getting into this industry. So don't let me make you unmotivated to get in. In fact, you should be self-motivated. This should make you inspired. This should make you raise to the top of your game. And lastly, go back and look at an episode that Byron Lazine and I had. I think it was episode 39 when we talked about why realtors are overweight, drunk, suicidal, and underpaid. Peace.